Welcome. In this video, we'll discuss the concept of estimated net settlement and how it can help you price your listings more accurately and effectively. What is the estimated net settlement and what problem does it solve for you? Early this year, we introduced the expected average settlement for you, which provided a prediction of the average settlement for your listings. Here, we helped you with the visibility of the expected average settlement considering your last 30 days of local, zonal, and national orders across Flipkart and seller fulfilled profiles. While this helped you to make better pricing decisions, you manually had to calculate the cost of returns and add the prices. To solve this for you, we have come up with an enhanced feature introducing the estimated net settlement. Now, this will allow you to see your net settlement after the estimated cost of returns for each listing. Let's understand this better. First, let's check how you can access the estimated net settlement on your seller portal while you adjust your listing prices. For this, go to the My Listings page and under the listing price column, click on the pencil icon. You will notice this beside the listing price. To see how this value is calculated, please click on See How. In this example screen, you will notice that the net settlement of Rs 121 is calculated by deducting the average fees and taxes of Rs 167 and the cost of returns of Rs 11 from the listing price of Rs 299. Now, you may want to know how this is calculated. It's easy. Let's start with the fees and taxes. To calculate the fees and taxes, the system will first check your order share between local, zonal, and national across the service profiles for both FBF and NFBF for the last 30 days. Based on that order share, Flipkart will apply the current rate card for your listings and arrive at the average expected fees and taxes. We'll look at this example here, where the average fees and taxes of Rs 167 is calculated as, for FBF, 38% FBF local orders multiplied by Rs 139 fees and taxes plus 10% FBF zonal orders multiplied by Rs 154 fees and taxes and plus 12% FBF national orders multiplied by Rs 156 fees and taxes. For NFBF or fulfilled by you orders, the calculation is 1% NFBF local orders multiplied by Rs 120 fees and taxes plus 4% NFBF zonal orders multiplied by Rs 160 fees and taxes plus 35% NFBF national orders multiplied by Rs 207 fees and taxes. This is how Rs 167, the expected average fees and taxes are computed. Now, we hope you have understood the fees and taxes calculation. Let's then move on to the important part of how your cost of returns is calculated. For calculation of the cost of returns, the system will consider the return data of orders received in the past 30 to 60 days. Next, the number of customer returned units is divided by the number of final delivered units during this duration and it's multiplied by the average cost per return. For you to understand the cost of returns, you need to first understand average cost per return, which includes reverse shipping, forward shipping, fixed, and other fees. To understand this better, let's look at this example here, where the average cost per return, which is Rs 154, is calculated as, for NFBF or fulfilled by you orders, 10% local returns multiplied by Rs 150 return cost plus 38% zonal returns multiplied by Rs 150 return cost plus 52% national returns multiplied by Rs 157 return cost. So, we hope that was helpful and cleared the calculation of the average cost per return, that is Rs 154. Now, finally, to arrive at the cost of return, which is Rs 11, the system has considered the following: 22 customer returns divided by 308 net delivered units which were not returned by the customer and multiplied by rupees 154, which is cost per unit. This is how we computed the cost of returns, that is rupees 11. Please note, if the listing has no returns for orders in the past 30 to 60 days period, then the cost of returns will be estimated as 0. If the return rate is higher, that is, customer return is greater than the net delivered units, then average cost per return will be used for calculating the return cost irrespective of the return rate. The estimated net settlement information will also be available for you on the settlement calculator, price recommendation and promotions page. With these updates, we hope you will be able to price your listings more accurately and easily. So, now do precise pricing simply. We hope you found this video helpful. Thank you and happy selling.